Teams, Ditlhokgolo Maria. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Refilwe Angela Molatlehi, and yeah, thank you for coming back by. If you are a subscriber, if you are not, please subscribe to my channel. I am trying to get back into the flow of things. I wanted to do something that is a little bit more personal. That is why I am currently in bed. Apologies if you can hear like cars and stuff. Actually, let me close the window. Yeah, let me do that. Okay, we're back. I did try to make like a few points on my phone. I wanted to do a live update. Today's actually a weekday. I'm supposed to be working from home because we didn't have water at the office. So, I mean, if there's no water, you can't work from the office. I hope I'm audible. I'm also not feeling well. That's also the other thing. Mother Nature ungtwerekadi washing. So I got up in the morning, took a shower, had my breakfast, changed and got back into bed. I'm just gonna like stay here, shoot this video, edit it and upload it hopefully today. So I decided to do a live update because I thought in my last video of me coming back, I didn't really go into the depth of everything that's been happening in my life and why I kind of just took time out to just focus on myself and focus on my well-being and focus on my mental well-being and to actually nurture the relationships that I currently have in my life. So if you are interested in hearing my life update, please do stay tuned in. Please do check if you are subscribed, and if you are not, please, I would really love it if you do subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up and do comment. So first thing first that I want to talk about is that one of the reasons why I left YouTube was that in the past 2 years, I'm gonna give there are two reasons why I kind of left YouTube. I had really high highs and I had really low lows. So I'm first gonna talk about the low lows and then talk about the high highs, because there has been a lot of developments in my life, and not only in my life, around my life. Apologies if my eyes look a little red. I did say I am not feeling so great, and now one thing about it is that when I'm not feeling well, pain shows here. You see it here. My neck, right? So the first things first is that I left YouTube because I was going through a friendship breakup. I went through a really hectic friendship breakup that rocked me. It rocked me because I lost people in my life who I thought were, and I'm gonna say people because it was like a whole group of people that I some of the relationships in that group, we just grew apart. Some, it really was a fallout. Some we had our own issues that and others we just grew apart. And granted, I did have a role to play in all of these relationships not working out. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I'm an angel angenzanga lutho or akaitsa nixi batho bona ne banketsa. No, Lina, to an extent, I was not a good friend, and that is why the friendship breakup happened. That was the first reason. So I had a friendship breakup, and while going through the friendship breakup, actually prior to me going through the friendship breakup, I was going through a hectic time at work. If you know me personally, you would understand what I mean by this. I don't work in a very stable environment, so my friends at the time were not there for me in a way that I was there for them when they would have needed me. And granted, understandably so, you know, you are the strong person, you don't talk much, so people just assume it's alright, you know. And they did not show up for me in a way that I would have wanted my friends to show up for me. And did I voice this? I can't fully recall, but I feel like maybe I did sometimes, and maybe sometimes also the seriousness of the issue, they probably didn't pick up on it. And then also we had a friendship fallout where it was a disagreement. One of my other friends who I had thought I was showing up for did not really receive my showing up in that way. And it's okay. I do blame myself, you know. Lina, I was wrong in my approach and how I said things. So you now, it's already two things in this moment. Was that I was already going through a work situation, so I'm struggling. Like, work was not good financially, also I was not good. So both of these two things affect my mental, because me, one thing about it, if you mess with my, you mess with my, because no. And then also I had a friendship like breakout, drift apart, fallout, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm willing to want to say about the situation, because I do feel like I said, I did have a role to play in all of this. I'm not gonna blame anybody. Spatala, guys. If he's into seventy, there's no need to be forcing things. There's no need to push and what and what. Sometimes it's okay to just let things go and allow God to do what he needs to do in your life. The other thing about it, guys, if you are new on my channel, I am very big on faith, like God. I'm a Christian, so I believe that everything has a purpose and it works out for whatever reason it might be. Secondly, I also lost, in that space of all of these things happening, I lost my uncle. Yeah, I lost my uncle, my mom's youngest brother, and we were close. If you had ever been, or if you know any, if you've ever been around, you know those uncles, manba sokodisang. Yeah, I lost that uncle in my life, and he was a positive influence to an extent, because he was one of those uncles that also constantly reassured me. So I lost an uncle, and granted, he's not my dad, he's not my brother, but he was my uncle, you know. So we had our own relationship, and yeah, you know. So that one also kind of hurt me quite a bit. That's why I just decided to grieve and go through my grief in my own space. And then what is the other thing? Now we talk about the highs. So a lot has happened in about the past 2 years of my life. I met someone amazing. I got into a relationship, and you know what? Things were going really well, and things were like, this person was just the human that I really needed at the time in my life. And he did a thing. He sent the uncles. I'm gonna try to find, not even find, because I do have the pictures. I'm gonna try to put the pictures of the day and like short clips and whatnot. He sent the uncles, so I am engaged. Mara my mom says there's no such thing as engagement. He's my husband because he did the right thing. Now all that's missing is just a celebration. So I am somebody's missus. Not yet legally, but traditionally. And then I also started working in a new, still similar environment, so to say, but I got a new job. I'm working a new job, so things are a little bit better for me in that perspective, in that retrospect. But Leona, it's got its own challenges and whatnot, so I am a bit more busier than I was previously. So and I packed up my life, and yeah, I moved. So yeah, so if I do film around the house and stuff, you will notice that things are a bit more different. Sorry, just a bit thirsty. So yeah, that is my life update. And no, guys, I am not sick because we are expecting we're not. Will you ever see my husband on this channel? I don't think so. I think that is my he's not a I wouldn't say my husband is a private person, but I just think I want to keep that part of my life private because it's I've realized that I can be an oversharer sometimes, and in my oversharing you sometimes let in people into parts of your life that you don't necessarily, people don't need to know. Like, people just don't need to know. It's between you and God. And sorry, apologies, this for me feels like he was heavenly sent. He was sent by God, so I'm not going to come here and bring him into my life. And then the other thing that I also went and God did, because of the fact that I was suffering from such hectic migraines and whatnot, is that your girl got braces. So I think I got the braces literally a few weeks after my lobola. Advised by my doctor, who then referred me to an orthodontist, and yeah, so I'm gonna take you guys along. I'm actually almost done with my brace journey. Hey, guningi that has happened. I'm actually almost done with my braces journey. So yeah, those are the things that have happened in my life. Like I said, the really lows were low lows, and those are not things that I want to dwell on. They've happened. I am at a stage in my life where I currently only have one friend who's my best friend, and my sisters in love, my sister in love and cousins in love. And I have people who I can say are my acquaintances because we don't talk on the regular or whatever. That's how they are labeled or named. But my bestie is my bestie. You might see her on my channel if she agrees, because she's also quite a private person. I might also share a little bit with my sisters, and maybe, but not, I'm not gonna share my parents, I'm not gonna share my husband, I'm not gonna share my husband's family, because like I said, I want to keep that life private. I might share my sister in love, because my sister in love and me, she's my sister. If I'm gonna share my sisters, I'm gonna share my sister. She's also my sister. So yeah. I'm gonna take you guys on this journey. On this journey of officially becoming Mrs. like Ogumteto, like according to the law. I'm gonna take you guys on my new life. I'm gonna take you guys on my braces journey. I'm gonna take you guys on my journey to establishing myself. Oh yes, the other thing, I am also a student again now. So yeah, I'm not gonna tell you guys what I'm studying. Maria. kunesikolo, kunomshado, kunomsebenzi, kunendoda, ngiyaklowa, ngiyazi ukuthi ngiyagula but ngiyaklowa. So yeah, guys, but I'm not pregnant, guys. I'm not expecting, and this is now in real time. The last video was actually not in real time. I actually shot the coming back video, I think about last year when I wanted to come back, and I kind of had it in my archives, but I never really had the guts to publish it because, like I said, I was experiencing imposter syndrome. So yeah, that's that on that. Yeah, guys, that's all I have to say. Like, I do want to speak on friendships, and I do want to speak on grief and loss, and also showing up for your friends during their moments of grief and loss, and also showing up for your family during that time. But you know what, I think some things it create a tele or whatever, you know, and because I've healed from those situations, I think I would just like to leave it alone. But I would just like to emphasize that, guys, when your friends are going through certain things in life, try to show up for them. When your friends, whether your friend is getting married, whether your friend has lost a relative, even if it's a relative that you did not know, whether your friend is, pay attention to your friends. If your friends are going through whatever, you don't know what your friends are going through, but pay attention to what your friends are going through and try to show up for them in the ways that they are comfortable in allowing you to show up for them in. Yeah, those are that's my life update basically. Before this video is too long, let me try to edit it and upload it. I know that it's also short. I'm not really doing much, guys. Today I'm literally going to couch potato myself. I just took some painkillers after I ate and showered. I'm probably gonna order in lunch, like maybe some junk, maybe McDonald's or something, because if you know, you know. If you're a woman, you know, guys. Hey, yeah, no, like pain e batla junk, ha e batle dijo tse pheilweng ko stofong. These cramps, they definitely need junk. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna certainly do. I might share moments with my husband. I don't know if I will show his face, but I might share moments with my husband. I'm not hiding him, I'm just keeping him private. So if you do see him, you saw him. If you didn't, you didn't. Ayindluleni bakithi akubeni right. Wamumini akuswethu. But yeah, that's it, guys. I hope I was a little bit more insightful. Like I said, I'm there and I'm here, and yeah, life is okay, you know. And I'm saying life is okay because one thing that I learned from the past 4 years actually in my life is that things can get really hectic when they want to get hectic. In a space of 4 years, I've lost about 2 very important people to me. I lost my aunt and my uncle. I actually lost my uncle a few weeks before I lost my uncle to cancer, guys, a few weeks before my lobola. And it somewhat still hurts because he was really looking forward to it. He was really proud of me, and I was really hoping that he was gonna be there for the actual day. So it wasn't even a few weeks before my lobola, I lost my uncle. So yeah, and and yeah, if you know, in our cultures, uncles play a very big role in amalobola or magadi, ka Setswana ke magadi. So yeah, you know, but I had my sisters, I had my aunts, I had my parents. They, you know, and also we kind of witnessed my uncle's health really deteriorate as a family. So I mean, I have seen, if you know me personally and you know my life story, you will know that I can come across as being the strong one. And sometimes, yes, I am able to go through something and let it go. But I think then, because I focus on the specific thing, I quickly move from it. And then later on, when I sit and I realize to myself that actually that really did hurt me, you know. So basically I have delayed, what do you call it? I have a delayed response to certain things. So, oh yeah, that was a bit deep for a moment. So that is the life update. I'll try to be a little bit more consistent. Before this video is a little bit too long, let us start this new journey with me. Yeah, let me sit, rest, edit, eat, and let this pain go away so that I can be fresh for tomorrow morning to go to work. Thank you for tuning in. Stay blessed, and please, 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 please check up on your strong friends. Show up for your strong friends. Show up for the friends that show up for you, and don't dwell on situations. And also learn to take accountability of the role that you play in whatever misunderstandings that might come forth. Yeah, love you guys. Bye. See you on my next one.